Oh, ha, ha, he, ha.
Hear that voice? I guess we all know who that person is.
If you guessed the Joker, you guessed it right.
Arguably one of the greatest characters of all time.
Definitely one of the biggest blockbusters of all time, The Dark Knight.
This was the second movie in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. This movie is great in many ways, be it screenplay, storyline, or cinematography.
Not only that, the movie has some fascinating characters with brilliant acting.
Talking of characters, we can do one thing. We can analyze 3 of the important characters of this movie.
And you must have definitely seen many movie reviews on this. But now let's delve deeper into the character's psyche. Our friend Jarvis has a lot of information into this. So now over to him.
Let's start with Joker. He describes himself as an agent of chaos.
Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.
According to him, Gotham deserves a better class of criminals who don't care about money, and that is the reason he considers himself superior to other criminals. He gives different versions of story about how he has got his scars, but one thing that stands out from all his versions is that he has undergone some sort of abuse during his childhood.
Why so serious? Sticks the blade in my mouth. Let's put a smile on that face.
He wants to prove the world that people act good only till the circumstances allow them, but it doesn't take long for an angel to turn into a devil.
See, their morals, their code. It's a bad joke. Dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
However, there are some gaps or mismatches in the way he describes himself and what he actually does.
Your plan. Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Whereas in reality, he makes meticulous and elaborate plans. The very first scene of the movie is a good example of how well he can plan things.
What happened to the rest of the guys?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you a stranger.
To some he is a psychopath, who just wants to see the world burn.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
He is a man with no rules. To some others, like people in the mob, he is just someone who wears cheap suit and makeup. But when he meets them, he is in a bright suit and tells them.
Oh, and by the way, the suit, it wasn't cheap.
Joker seems to be a sadist who enjoys blowing things up. He has no qualms in killing people. Basically, he enjoys the pleasure of others' pain.
Do you want to know why I use a knife? Guns are too quick. You can't savor all the little emotions.
He is very good in controlling people using fear and manipulation. He brainwashes them to achieve his goals. He even turns Gotham's very own White Knight into a two-faced devil. One of the defense mechanisms shown by Joker is denial, especially in the last scene where he can't really believe that people in neither of the fairies opted to blow up the other fairy.
Everything yourself. Don't we? That's okay. I came prepared.
He also seems to display rationalization when he starts giving logical reasons for the death of Rachel.
I don't want there to be any hard feelings between us, Harvey. When you and, Rachel were being abducted, I was sitting in Gordon's cage. Now, I didn't rig those charges.
Your man. Your plan.
There doesn't seem much to analyze when it comes to his social life. Throughout the movie, Joker seems to be a loner. There are many instances where he asks people how it feels to be all alone. He also tells Batman that he has nothing to threaten him with.
You have nothing to threaten me with. Nothing to do with all your strength.
One of the mob leader once says to Batman about the Joker that he has no friends.
Where is he?
I don't know where he is. He found us.
He must have friends.
Friends. You met this guy.
In the end, Batman also tells him that not everyone is as ugly as him and he is all alone.
What were you trying to prove? That deep down, everyone's as ugly as you. You're alone.
Another interesting aspect of Joker is his relationship with Batman. He is completely obsessed with him. He identifies with Batman in some weird sort of way. Even when he gets a chance to kill Batman, he doesn't.
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No, you complete me.
Another character which has strongly influenced the plot of the movie is the district attorney of the Gotham City, Harvey Dent.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
In the initial part of the movie, he is a lawyer who has passion for justice and takes responsibility to make his city crime-free. To the people of Gotham City he is their leader, they trust him and his intentions, even Batman believes him, and for this reason he is given the title White Knight.
Well, I'm sold, then, and I'm gonna throw you a fundraiser.
That's nice of you, Bruce, but I'm not up for re-election for 3 years.
No, you don't understand. One fundraiser with my pals. You'll never need another cent.
The difference between Harvey and Batman, although both of them have the same objective, is that on one side where Harvey works in the open, Batman works in the shadows. Dent also has trust issues, as he doubts Gordon's and Batman's intentions when Gordon reaches out to him for help in signing a warrant. However, as the movies goes on, it is quite visible that he has an authoritarian tendency.
When their enemies were at the gates, the Romans would suspend democracy and appoint one man to protect the city. And it wasn't considered an honor, it was considered a public service.
And so determined that he is willing to go to any extent, and he is also ready to sacrifice anything to save his city.
I am the Batman.
He let others believe that he takes his life decisions by the flip of a coin, but actually he believes that he makes his own luck.
Like that up to chance.
I don't. I make my own luck.
And then Joker comes in his life, whose belief that people act good only till the circumstances allow, but it doesn't take long for an angel to turn into devil, proves right when it comes to Harvey Dent. When Harvey's girlfriend Rachel dies, he gets completely transformed into a two-faced devil, which further justifies his name as Two-Face Harvey in the department.
I'm sorry, Harvey.
No, you're not.
The death of Rachel shatters his ideas of true justice, and which leads to his moment of self-actualization that he too, like others, can kill people.
I swear to God, I didn't know what they were going to do to you.
That's funny. Because I don't know what's going to happen to you either.
Now, he blames Gordon for Rachel's death, which the Joker has manipulated him into believing when, in fact, the entire thing was Joker's maneuver. He then kills 5 policemen who worked with Gordon, suspecting everyone of being a traitor who picked up Rachel, leading to her death. To avenge Rachel's death, he kidnaps Gordon's family and gives him choice whom to kill first. He does this to make Gordon feel the same pain which he felt. He rationalizes all of the above by pretending that he leaves everything to chance. On the other hand, Batman is on the other end of the spectrum. He believes in the goodness of people and wants to inspire hope in Gotham's public. Batman has the sense of guilt as he feels he was responsible for his parents' death because it was due to his fear from bats which had made him leave the hall the night his parents were murdered. Watching his parents being murdered at a very early age has left a deep impression on him.
Wallace, Joey, come on, fast.
That's fine. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Here you go. It's fine. It's fine. Now just take it and go.
I said you were.
Since then, he decided to clean up the city and be a vigilante without being a murderer. A characteristic defense mechanism of Batman is sublimation, as he refocuses all his negative energy into positive outlet. He has one major rule in his life of not killing people, which he follows religiously. Even when the Joker forces his hand to make a decision against his rule, he doesn't. There are two facets of his personality. One is Bruce Wayne, who is a rich, spoiled, stubborn brat to the world who hangs out with supermodels. And the
Put a couple tables together.
I'm not sure that they'll let us.
Oh, they should. I own the place.
other is Batman, who is seen as someone who goes beyond the law for a greater cause. Batman stands for something more. He is not being a hero. He is something more.
They'll hate you for it, but that's the point of Batman. He can be the outcast. He can make the choice that no one else can make. The right choice.
We all have our fears. But Bruce Wayne, rather than being feared, chose to embrace his fear of bats. He wanted the criminals of the city to share his fear of bats, and hence he decides to become a masked vigilante. He identifies with this idea so deeply that eventually it becomes a part of his identity. This is a classic example of introjection. Batman is more or less very true to his identity, still there are a few gaps. He believes that there is going to come a day when Gotham will no longer need Batman. However, he himself needs Batman as much as Gotham needs Batman, which was correctly pointed out by his ex-girlfriend.
When I told you that if Gotham no longer needed Batman, we could be together, I meant it. But now I'm sure the day won't come when you no longer need Batman.
Throughout the movie, Joker has been trying very hard to provoke Batman to break his rule. But in the end, Batman turns out to be incorruptible, even though he had a few weak moments during the chaos created by Joker.
This is what happened. I think you and I are destined to do this forever.
There are very few people close to Batman who know his true identity, which shows that he doesn't trust people easily. Alfred is his butler, who raised Batman after his parents' death. He knows him better than anyone else. Rachel is his childhood friend and the love of his life. To the world, he appears as an emotionless guy, but Rachel is the only one who brings out his emotional side. Lucius Fox is the one who runs Wayne Enterprises and provides him with sophisticated equipment. Even though Fox has apprehensions about some of his plans, he shares Batman's ideology of cleaning up the city. Batman also has a self-sacrificing nature, as he takes the fall for Harvey's crimes so that the trust and hope of Gotham's people remains in their true hero, and let people believe that evil like Joker cannot win. One of the major reasons Batman could do this is because Batman is a symbol.
Oh wow, that was a lot of information, and Joker did put a smile on our face.
Absolutely, we had never looked at these characters with such a different perspective. Batman is definitely more than a hero.
Seriously, man, I never thought Harvey had a dark side right from the beginning. He did make his own luck.
Anyways guys, I think we should stop here.
Yeah, because either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain.